I have to, let me see something. Let's see. Hello, Omolua. Your volume is not, let me see what I need to do. I need to mute everyone. Okay, that comes in. I need to, okay. Let me pause this. Good evening, everyone. It's 6 o'clock and I am going to start the presentation. I can see that there are two people here. I do not know what is wrong with your audio. So please try and connect with your audio. I'm also, okay, let me make it speaker view. All right, cool. Yeah. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm the only one that is showing right now. Okay. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. Let me try and adjust my view. Welcome to this webinar. I'm going to start right away because I'm recording the webinar, so I can also post it in on our YouTube channel. So welcome to everyone that is here and everyone who's going to watch the replay on our YouTube channel. Welcome. Now, this webinar is about, we're going to be talking about leveraging online channels to grow your business in the age of social distancing. And this webinar is presented by Supporter. Supporter is part of the brand of Oafara, a company in which I am the co-founder. So welcome and thank you for joining us. You must have heard about the webinar either from my personal email list, which is tied to my personal brand, Tale Alimi, or through our Oafara mailing list. But whatever brought you here, welcome. If you have a question along the way, please, you can type it in the chat. There's a chat button where you can type your questions. So if you have a question along the way, type it in the chat. I'm just going to go straight to the presentation. I'm going to share my screen and go straight to the presentation that I have for today. Like I said, because of time, we have a limited time and I'm recording it. I'm just going to go straight so that for people who come, they can watch the replay. Now, like I earlier mentioned, this webinar is Surviving the Crisis, Leveraging Online Platforms to Grow Your Business in the Age of Social Distancing. The truth is that we're faced with the reality in the world that the world hasn't seen. I mean, somebody told me that what is happening right now with COVID-19 hasn't happened since, I think it was, did they say 1890 something? The 1918s or something, over 100 years ago. Like literally what is happening now is something that hasn't happened in 100 years. If you're seeing a blank screen, I'm trying to load my presentation, but I think it's not loading. So I think we will just, let me see, I'm trying to get to the slideshow, but if slideshow doesn't work, I'm just gonna make the presentation this way. Let me see that. Okay, cool. So this is the slideshow. So you probably hear my voice and I'll go through the slides right now. Now, surviving the crisis, leveraging online platforms to grow your business in the age of social distancing. The reality is that globally there's a crisis and a lot of businesses have been affected. There are a few people who are winners, and I'm going to share that with you on the slides, which are obvious if you run in any form of business. And there are a lot of people who have been affected. So I'm going to be sharing with you some survival tips, and I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can leverage online platforms right now. Yes, I'm passionate about small businesses and their contribution to economic development. So this is why I do what I do. I can hear somebody's, let me see, participant. Is there anybody whose volume is, okay, I would have to mute you, Omolua, if you don't mind, because I was hearing your volume. It was interrupting. But you should be able to hear me, and then we will join later, okay? Okay, so back to my presentation. So I was talking to you about Oafara, what we do, and what I've been doing for the last 10 years, working with small businesses. So currently, these are our 4 platforms in progress. We have oafara.com, which is currently housing what we call our credit match platform, which is where we match small businesses with financial institutions that will lend them money. If you've logged onto this platform and created a profile, you'll see that you went through an eligibility criteria and a verification process. We also have Supporter. Supporter is our business assessment, and we provide business assessment and learning to support small businesses. We do that because we realize that the challenges small businesses have beyond access to financing is actually access to growth, and that's why we created Supporter. Currently on Supporter, you can take a free business assessment, and I'll tell you more about that later when I talk about how we can support you. But we're going to be developing more tools and products under Supporter in the coming weeks. And then we have Ruzo. Ruzo is a crowdfunded platform that is coming soon. We hope to launch it. We are planning to launch it first week in May, but we're going to watch the current climate and make a decision on that, but it's coming soon. And through this portfolio, we're going to be able to give small businesses much more financing options at an affordable rate. And then if is our own response to the coronavirus. We're still working on it at the back end. It's our own intervention fund. We want to launch it to allow people to contribute to help small businesses stay alive in this crisis. It's going to be housed on if.owafara.com. We're still working on it, on the dynamics of it. And we'll be able to announce through our social media platforms in the coming weeks on how that will go. So look out for it. Okay, so straight on to the webinar. Realities, impact of COVID-19. The truth is that COVID-19 is impacting different sectors in different ways, basically. And this is I don't know what they call a graph done by BCG. It was done, I think it was done last week to show the impact of COVID. And if you're listening, you might be in one of these sectors, and you can see through this graph that some sectors have been affected more than the others. So you can see that travel is suffering the most out of all sectors because a lot of airports are closed, a lot of borders are closed, people don't want to travel, and they're sitting tight. So that's affected electronics and retail, entertainment, department stores. If you're into any form of health, beauty, fashion, apparel, accessories, transportation, restaurants, these things are affected right now because of the COVID-19 sector. And if you're not already feeling the impact, believe me, you're going to feel it in the next couple of weeks. The sectors who seem to be profiting from the situation are food, of course, grocers, mass retail, pharmacy, online groceries. So a lot of supermarkets are doing well now because people are stocking up in bulk. Pharmacies, people are buying vitamins. The other day I went to buy vitamin, and believe me, I couldn't find vitamin C to buy. I was shocked at the reality of the situation. So these are just a few sectors that are doing well. So if you are offering essential items, you're probably smiling to the bank. Or if you're offering things like sanitizers, gloves, or masks, you're probably doing great at this point, while most people are suffering. And this is global statistics, because on the streets of Lagos, I'm actually feeling it right now, basically. So, okay, let me, sorry, that was a bit fast. And now, one of the things that is going to happen through the pandemic is consumers are going to form new habits. Consumers are going to form new habits right now. And here, I just wrote a few consumer behaviors that will be formed post-pandemic. So people are going to be working more remotely because people are being forced to sit at home. So remote work is going to be the order of the day. And anybody who is providing things to make remote work comfortable post-pandemic is going to do quite well. So technology around remote work, services that help remote work is going to do very well post-pandemic. Home shopping, so deliveries to the home. Now, people are going to get so used to shopping at home. I feel like this pandemic, one of the good things it's going to do for countries like Nigeria, where we still have trust issues, is that it's going to help more people become open to online shopping because of their safety, you know. So deliveries are going to be more, people are going to be more open to deliveries. Distance learning. A lot of universities, secondary schools are being forced to teach their students online. So it'll become a habit. Online courses are probably going to do better now because whilst people used to say, oh, I want physical meetings. I remember when I used to do trainings, people used to tell me, oh, I prefer physical meetings. I used to also say I prefer physical meetings. But the truth is that because it's going to be a habit, distance learning is going to become real. So if you have a product and you're offering something that people would like to learn, creating a course around it right now might be something that people will be more open to doing that they will have been pre-pandemic, okay? And video conferencing, we're having this conversation online, so it's a reality. Video conferencing is a reality. And home office, people are now going to be investing in creating their home offices, so all the accessories for home offices will do well post-pandemic. I think so. These are a few things that as a business owner I should be thinking, which of these can I offer or which of these can I include in my business offering to help me do better going forward? Because by God's grace, I believe that we're going to recover from this. And so you must plan for your business in this stage and at recovery, okay? Now, I want to share a few survival tips. And I have to tell you that these are survival tips that even as a company, we have had to use. We're actually working through right now. Myself and my team, we've been having meetings for the last 2 days to talk about business continuity because it's a reality. We run a technology company that is also very dependent on physical interaction. So we're having to deal with issues of how will our business continue to run, which is what business continuity is. Now, a few tips that I can share with you is number one, reimagine your business model. How can you iterate your current business model? Should you pivot or do things differently? So for example, if you're doing a business that is so physically dependent, what can you do differently right now? If you're selling clothes, is there a way that you can pivot to or iterate to an online model where people can order clothes, try them, and then return the ones they don't want to you or something? You've got to think creatively on ways you can reimagine your business model. And whether we like it or not, this pandemic is going to make people embrace digital more. So how can you begin to program your business to be more digitally savvy? If you've started it, how can you become more digitally savvy? And then another thing you must do is business continuity plans. How will your business survive? We don't know how long this is going to last. I'm praying that it doesn't last too long. But from research I read, averagely it takes between 8 to 10 weeks for this sort of situation to be curbed. Is your business going to be able to survive it? Do you have enough cash to survive it? At this point, you should try and adjust your revenue projections. You try and reduce your expenses and reduce your spending so that you can outlast this period, because only businesses that survive that can recover and thrive. So you should be really frugal and look at your business fundamentals, your cash flow management, your pricing, operations, inventory management, supply chain, and human resource management. Supply chain are simple things like, who do you get your supplies from? Who do you buy from? Okay, and how is it going to be impacted in this season? Okay. So now online sales strategy. So one of the questions that we asked was, what do you want to learn? And a lot of people say they want to learn online strategies. Now, I must say that there is a limit to how much online strategies. Sorry, have I lost? Okay. Let me check in. Are we there? Let me see. Okay. So we're on online strategies now. Let me just check in. Oh, okay. There's only one person right now. Okay. Cool. It looks like we've lost other people. I hope all is well. But I'll keep going because I'm recording it. I can send the video to other people who cannot join or who couldn't join. And some people sent a message that they finally had to join. I wonder what's happening and why that's an issue. Okay, but okay, I see somebody waiting. Let me admit this person. Okay, because of time, sorry, let me go back to the slides. We can ask questions afterwards. Okay, where the slides? Okay, these are the slides. Share, okay. Okay, some people are saying that they can't get through, but we have to go on. So online sales strategy, let's talk online sales strategy, because this is something that This is something that a lot of people have asked for. Now, the good news is that there's a lot of attention online now. There is a lot of attention online now, which is great. So what that means is that if you engage online right now, because people are sitting at home, more people are going to patronize you because you have their attention now. Whilst before, people are always busy going about. So what are things that you can do? The first thing I say, somebody asks, what kind of free channels can you leverage online? The first thing I'll say is content. Content is king. You know, become a content guru for your sector. So whatever your products or whatever your services are, become a content guru. So now if you're sharing tips, if you're making videos about whatever it is you're offering, you're going to get more attention right now because more people are interested, and you're going to get attention of more people. So this is the time to leverage content marketing. So create useful content, understand your audience, and create useful content for your audience right now. You're going to engage them. Another thing you should try is social media. Social media marketing is now really, really cheap. Some of you are here because you learned about us through social media. And the reason is because a lot of people are now on social media. So social media advertising is now really, really cheap. So this is the time for you to do social media advertising. So don't say, I don't have a big budget. With your small budget, targeting your audience properly, you can do Facebook advertising, you can do Instagram advertising, and you're going to reach more people. In fact, our reach right now from our advertising is amazing. I was talking to my team yesterday that as of yesterday, our customer acquisition cost, is called CAC, customer acquisition cost, was down to 30 naira. Okay, our customer acquisition cost was down to 30 naira, and it's amazing. So I don't know. So it's amazing. Anyway, so yeah, so social media marketing, this is the time for it. So even if you have a small budget, 5,000, 2,000, you know, this is the time to try. You're going to get more attention than you would ever gotten before, and to convert and sell your products. Now, another thing that I would encourage people to do online is build engaging online communities. And if you have an online community, it's an opportunity for you to understand what your customers need. So this is the time for you to create your Facebook groups, your WhatsApp groups, and go in there and engage with people. People have a time now. They're sitting at home anyway. So it's time for you to understand their needs, to serve them, to relate with them. And, you know, it's definitely a great time to build an online community. And an online community is a good way to do market research, because with an online community, you can learn what your customers need. You can be close to them, and then it will be like a form of marketing research for you to grow your business. So those are a few things you can do right now. So create those Facebook groups, create those WhatsApp groups, engage them regularly, understand their needs, sell to them, and serve them, basically. So those are a few things you can do online right now. But don't forget that consistency is key. So it's not about just, I started this and it's not working. No, you need to build up momentum with consistency. That's very, very, very important. Okay. So let me just go to the next slide. I'm trying to check if there were people here. Okay. Now, so what are some immediate things that you should do? Some immediate things you should do is focus on your true customers and core products now. Now, there's something called the Pareto principle that says that 80% of your revenue is coming from 20% of your customers. So this is the time where you want to know who are the 20% of customers that are giving you 80% of your revenues. I call them your true customers. These are people that no matter where you are, they are going to buy from you, basically. So this is the time for you to focus on your true customers. Okay, it's very, very important. Now, how do you know your true customers? Identify your customer persona. You know, identify your customer persona. So how do you identify your customer persona? So understand, what are your customer demographic? Who are the people that really need what you're offering? So please, if you come in, mute your volume if you don't mind. Who's okay? All right. Okay, so because of the noise, let's all mute our volume script. So this is your true customers are the people who need your products, as in they really, really want it. So no matter what crisis there is right now, they need your product. So for example, I'm in this WhatsApp group, and some people were asking that, please, so where can I buy 1 liter pots of soup that they want to eat afang? So for example, if you had a restaurant and people are not, the government has said close your restaurants, you probably have true customers who are always coming to eat your food. This is the time for you to identify those people and probably offer them some sort of delivery service. So those are your true customers. So identify 20% of the customers who have been contributing 8% of your revenues and focus on them right now. This is not the time to be trying to reach everybody. You need to optimize what you have right now, okay? And find alternative ways for these people to get your products and your services, okay? So explore delivery, explore creating a subscription service right now. So like I was saying in the earlier example, if you sell clothes, can you create a subscription service where people can order the clothes you have? You send them pictures of what you have, and then you deliver to them, and then they'll pay for some sort of dry cleaning after they try it or something because of infection control or something like that. So you have to reimagine ways of doing things now. Can you offer home service to people? So for example, I'm thinking of people that have salons, unfortunately, who are also going to be closed down. Some people might not mind doing their hair. Okay, if you can find a way to keep yourself safe and offer home services, so your staff only goes to people's homes when there's a call. So just find ways to optimize and serve your true customers at this time, okay? And then finally, optimize your finances. Spend on only what is necessary to serve your true customers. Reduce your expenses and overheads. Keep cash flow. Right now, cash is king. It's only businesses that survive this sort of situation that can go on to recover and thrive. So make sure that you don't run out of cash and you survive. I know a lot of people were asking us that they want to know about our rates, about our finances and things like that. I mean, what I can say is at Owafara and with our credit match platform currently, we are not the ones that determine the rate. Who determines the rate are our financial institutions. And some of them offer from as low as 3.5 per month to as high as 6%. It depends on the financial institution you're matched with. However, what we've for this period of time, you know, a few of most of our financial institutions have told us that they are suspending transactions for now because of the social distancing and staying at home, okay? However, if you created an account on our platform, you can go ahead to finish your registration and you'll be the first priority once they begin operation again. Like I also mentioned earlier, we're thinking of creating an intervention fund, okay? The goal of the intervention fund is to provide resources for businesses that are offering essential services, okay? We're still thinking through it, we haven't decided. But if we decide, what we will do is we're going to look through the pool of people within our platform and find the ones that basically are offering essential services, and then offer them our intervention fund. So that's how we're looking at it going forward. Now, if you're just starting joining us, if you join late, I'm recording this meeting or this webinar, and I'm going to post it on our YouTube page. So we have a YouTube, Owafara has a YouTube page. So if you're joining, because I can see a few people joining late. So if you're joining late, I'm going to post this recorded webinar on our YouTube page, and I'm going to send an email to our database and with a link to the webinar. So just in case you're just coming and you've missed it so far, no worries, it'll be on our YouTube page and you can rewatch it, okay? So going forward, let me just reiterate a bit about what I said, because a few new people have just joined in. To reiterate what I've said, basically right now,